I think some of the revelations, if I should put it that way, or the confirmation by way of the information that is coming from our members of parliament and our former deputy speaker really speak to a certain culture that is creeping into our society, which is the monetization of services and processes, right? That now we have created this expectation that any service provided or rendered, the money has to exchange hands. So somebody goes to a public office, goes to an agency of government for a service, and there's an expectation on the part of the person rendering the service that at the end of the day, when your needs are met, you should put something as by way of thank you or whatever. And for Parliament, for some of these practices to be coming from Parliament is really troubling. And I find the information from the former Deputy Speaker to be worrying that Parliament is doing its work. Parliamentarians are remunerated. There are provisions for their sittings and all of that. But beyond that, the Chief of Staff has to now come in again after everything to provide money. What is even more worrying is the justification that this is facilitation, right? After the work has been done, we are paying money to facilitate. So really this justification for me is troubling because otherwise the police service, every other institution or agency of government can have justification for taking monies. But is this the trend? Is this the path that we want to tread as a country? I don't think this is where we want to go, right? And I mean, it's really troubling. And I hope that Parliament will be able to come out with a policy. Some institutions, even in the private sector, are being proactive by putting out policies, statements that are saying we don't accept the payment of any monies. I think it's important for Parliament to adopt such a practice, communicate clearly to the public, to nominees, to whoever, that in your business with Parliament, you are not expected to pay any monies whatsoever to anybody, and that you come and you conduct your business. The costs and all of that associated with parliamentarians and committees doing their work, that is on the state. I think it will be, if they are really concerned about their reputation and some of these statements that are coming out from the public and people's expectations or understanding of the role of Parliament and what they should be doing as in approaching them to even offer payment, I think it's clear that Parliament puts such communication or some kind of policy out there to clarify all of these, because this is clearly worrying. And the other issue about protocol allocation, again, it goes back to the transactional nature of business in many places, that because we are doing this at the end of the day, we expect that we will be provided with some opportunities to do this. I think there's nothing wrong if members of Parliament want to direct their constituents to appropriate places, agencies, and authorities in terms of where they can get more information about the procedures for applying into certain institutions and arms of government. That is fine. But for that kind of information and expectation about protocol allocation and the basis for that, I think I'm not sure about where we are heading with that.